while you're in the limelight. I take the wings. I know you wouldn't notice if I left the scene. No, no, oh, your obsessive need for attention makes you seem so loved. Well, why is it the left ones have no us? You're the life and soul, playing rock and roll. How could I know you'd be so cold? You're the blaze of light, leaving me behind. Oh, could you be so alive, but dead inside? Could you be so alive, but dead inside? You're the life and soul, playing rock and
Hey guys, welcome back to another Doodlemoon. Hi. Sorry about the slowness in getting started. I was again posting everything. Just a quick heads up. Please can people let me know if the sound levels are off, because I had to adjust them last week for gaming and I haven't adjusted them back, so I'm not sure if the music will be too quiet or whatever. But anyway, today we are drawing Bomig Brightheart for Jared. Bomig is a male hill dwarf life cleric. He's getting older, so his brown hair has some grey/white in it. His hair is receding a bit, but his beard is still quite glorious. He wears red robes all the time because his main job was to deliver babies, so he wore red as not to stain his white clerical robes red. He has piercing grey/blue eyes. He's definitely got some laugh lines and creases in his face. He's a generally positive, happy fellow. He's a very devout life cleric who heals as much as he can and tries not to hurt people. He worships Lathander, if that helps. Just get rid of that. I did have to look that up because I have not played too much in Forgotten Realms, which is why Lathander is from. And so is it Forgotten or Forbidden Realms? One of those. Anyway, the like that setting that Lathander is from, I have not played in it, so I had to quickly look that up because I was not sure what their whole deal was. I did briefly DM. I did DM Prince of the Apocalypse. It took us about a year. Took us about a year to get through it. But I didn't really enjoy it, and it hasn't really sort of like made me want to go back and playing that again. I'd much rather play my own homebrew. But that is just me, so Are those legs too short for a dwarf? Do you think I should?
Tiny bit.
Yeah. Hello! Yay! You remembered it was Wednesday. That's good to hear. How are you? It's been a while since I've heard from you, Em. Yeah, that looks a bit more right, doesn't it? It's okay. I'm sure that your lab work is keeping you very busy, especially with everything that's going on. We are drawing a dwarven cleric this week. And I feel like last time I drew a dwarf, they ended up not really looking very dwarvy, so we're trying to improve that this time around. I will definitely be adding beard, don't worry. But yeah, but while I've got you, how is it for you? I know you've been talking to other members of my household, but I have not heard everything, so. How are you doing with the gardening and the plants? Oh, that's good to hear. Oh, that's cool. So you should get plant babies soon then. I misread what you just yeah. I misread and I thought you said that you joined a secret gardening society. Which would be cool, but joining the environmental society with their secret garden is cool too. Oh, dude, I would say you have to show me photos, but it's not a real secret society if you're allowed to take photos, is it?
Yes, it's a good day for singing a song. Yes, it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How can anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. I said to the sun, good morning, sun. Rise and shine today. Yes, it's a good day for singing a song. Yeah, it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How can anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. A good day. Yes, it's a good day. For shining your shoes. A good day. For losing your blues. Everything to gain and nothing to lose. A good day from morning to night.
Hello, Rendog. And no, I don't know what secret society. I've heard absolutely nothing about a secret society. Is there a secret society? That would be cool.
Yes, it's a good day for moving along. And it's a good day. How can anything go wrong? A good day from morning till dawn. Yeah. From morning till night. From morning till night. A good day. It's a good day for singing a song. Yes, it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How can anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. It's a good day. It's a good day in my mood. On my mind. A good day from morning till night.
Aw, thank you. My day's been okay, mostly work. I've been unfortunately informed that this time next week I'm going to have to be in the office on a Wednesday again. So next Wednesday is likely to be gaming times again. So I was kind of hoping you would join me for last week because we were doing that game that has the wrong science in it again. We're probably going to be trying to complete that next week because I will not be. Because my current work has me doing longer hours than my last job did. I'm currently still trying to figure out how I can like finish at the time that I finish and come back and be ready to do an art stream, because I have to do a fair amount of prep for these streams, and that I have to sort of pick the person, and then I have to do a bit of research into posing and such, and figure out what's happening with it. It's okay, and I think the recording is still on this channel. It should be up for the rest of this week, I think, hopefully, unless it left today, or in which case, don't worry, you didn't miss much, except we drank a thing and we ingested nano machines that turned our ear into a receiver, and that was the main thing I wanted to be like, that sounds like nonsense. Oh, and also we wandered around a plant lab, and a guy had apparently, I know you said junk DNA was not a thing, but this guy had apparently used DNA as a quandary bit system to record a message in the junk DNA, which I know you said was not a thing. Yeah, I mean, the job is, on the whole, better than my last one, in that, you know, the people there are a lot nicer and stuff, and I can, you know, I am working from home most of the week. It's just that sometimes they ask me to come in on Wednesdays, and it would be Wednesdays, you know? You can encode data info via DNA. Yeah, but this guy, like, did it in an hour in a plant lab, and I'm like, you can't encode it that fast. Well, I don't know, apparently we're some kind of we're in the future, we're not in the human genome. No, this was in plants. This was in specifically plants that spelled out our name so that only we would know to check those plants. Yeah, I think you know that I was very not happy at my old work. But that is not a thing I will discuss on stream, where people who don't know me in my life might end up watching this later. He didn't grow them. They were already grown. Because, like, we turned up the day after and there were these fully grown plants, and they were like, oh yeah, they've messed up all of our genetic plant samples, and he's scrambled a load of them and put this special message in only some of them. I'm like, even for future magic science. That sounds a little bit like something that you would not be able to do to me. I do not know. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's a good, it's like a fun game in that, like, you know, the detective part is fun, but I feel like the science is like they keep throwing around words that they don't know. But we are going to get to the human cloning next week, so that'll be fun. I'll look at the meme now then, since you're watching. Let's have a look. What meme are you sending me? Yeah, okay, accurate. Very appropriate for a conversation. I will say for the history of the chat, It's basically Hank Hill thing saying it's okay to be white, it's okay to be black, it's occasion to be Asian. Occasion to be Asian? I'm tired, can you tell? It's okay to be Asian, okay to be Hispanic, it's okay to be female, it's okay to be male, it's okay to be gay, it's okay to be straight, it's okay to be you, but it's never okay to underestimate the importance of non-coding DNA. It's a science joke I don't get, but I assume it is something to do with the bit. I do know that just before I ended the game, I realised we'd gotten to the bit where they've got the. It's something that I think is based on an actual experiment, where like they've taken like fish and put jellyfish genes in to make them glow. I feel like that's a thing that actually happens, or has been done. I don't know whether it's something that happens often. Make the glowy fish. I am not quite sure of what the use these glowing fish are, but you know, it's very rude to assume that, you know, life has to have a point, isn't it? So. I mean, I suppose if flies glowed, it would be easier to catch them and squish them when they're annoying me, flying around my head. There's a wrestling going on.
Haribo! Nom nom nom.
Oh, hang on, you've posted a long thing, let me read it. So we take the glowy protein from jellyfish and put it in the fly genome. Next to a protein we're interested in, then we'll fly make that protein also as the glowing protein. So we look at the flies under UV light and then we can see where our protein is because it glows too. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah. Like, the only two, like, big DNA test thingies that I really know about, because they're probably the only ones that have ever, like, made it to the news, I know about that one, and I know about the thing where they, like, took goats and spliced them with spiders so that the goats would, like, make spider silk instead of milk or something. Because spider silk is, like, really good for ropes and stuff because it's got such high tensile strength, but trying to milk a spider is really annoying, and milking a goat is mildly less annoying. I swear the spider goat is a real thing. I don't know if it's a thing that's actually happened or whether it's just a thing that, like, they were saying, like, it's possible that this is a thing we're looking into. But I definitely read something about it. I did not just make that up out of nothing. Do you know what I'm on about, Em?
No.
Okay, fine. Well, I'm glad it sounds like a plausible thing to you. That does make me think it's probably more likely that it has been done. I look forward to the inevitable text from you at like 3 in the morning of just like, Helen, I found it. Yes, make the spider goats you want to see in the world. I feel like I did read something to do with like definitely like people looking into spider silk, because there's been like using spider silk for bridges or something. I don't know. It might be one of those things where, like, you know how like a science journal gets like a bit of news and then just like completely misunderstands it and turns it into a big fantastical thing. Why is no? One of my USB devices is malfunctioning and it is my drawing tablet. Come on. Work for me, please. Work for me, please. Yay. Because I remember you telling me off about that with CRISPR, in that I basically found a load of YouTube channels saying like CRISPR was going to be like the new big thing and solve so many problems and all this, that and the other, and you were very like, no! It's not as big of a deal as people make it out to be. Yeah, I think this was like one, you know, those channels that are like, oh, there's science behind video games or something. They were trying to say like, oh, you could use CRISPR to make super mutants, like out of Fallout or something like that. Okay. Well, I mean, that Nobel Prize might not stay there if they do use it to make super... Although I guess it's not a Peace Prize, is it? The Nobel Prize, unless it's the Nobel Peace Prize, so... What else should this guy have around his waist? Yeah, I think it's a case of like, I've heard a lot of talks of CRISPR from the sort of people that are wanting to write science fiction with like which sounds plausible. So it's like, this is a magic word that I can put in to make it sound like I've done my research. Which, like, no offense to those people, because I totally know what it's like to be like... I mean, I design my own D&D campaigns. I totally know what it's like to, like, see a word and just be like, yes, that sounds vaguely like the concept that I want to use, but... I also know that it does drive people like you crazy, drives actual scientists mad. I don't know why I'm talking about science like I know anything anyway. I'm just someone with a failed physics A-level, so... and a double failed chemistry A-level. I do know things, I just do not know... Ah, yes, you don't know science, that's why you're working in a lab, so you can learn... Well, to be fair, isn't that the whole point of science, is that you're always learning new stuff? Ah, very small area of stuff. Well, to be fair, yeah, like, I think it's just a case of, like, I know even less, I'm just someone who can do the draws somewhat decent. I know you were doing a drawing class. Did you keep it up, or because I think I have say something about you were choosing to like do a language or something instead now. Fair enough. Well, one is more likely to be of use to you, I guess. Shoot. It may be that this ends up sort of, I end up having to move my drawing streams onto a day when I'm just not in the office, if that happens. To go back to the previous topic of like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with, it's partly because like in my previous job I wasn't, at first my work finished at 3, so I had like a fair bit of time to get home. I had a fair bit of time to get ready for streams, and then also after that I was working with like one day off a week, and that day off was Wednesday. But now I'm working 9 to 5, 5 days a week, so but just because of the current situation I'm not in the office every day, and I'm hoping I can persuade them that since I'm doing such a good job anyway, that they do not need to drag me into the office and I should still be able to work from home a few days a week. Where have I forgotten to go? Yeah, because working from home has honestly done my head like so much good. I did not realize how much of like I was like, oh, working from the office is tiring, and then like I started working from home, and it's just like, oh, I'm not so tired anymore, and I'm still getting most of the work done, apart from the small part of work that I do still need to like physically be on hand for. So you know, I'm hopeful. Like I said, they're pretty understanding of this current work, so I'm hoping that like they will let me keep working from home. Yeah, I mean the commute isn't as bad. My commute is like half the time it was before, which is something. And my current work is like nearer to actual things, like shops and, you know, food places. So I don't have the issue I used to have at my old work of like I'd finish work and I'd be ravenous. And I'd be like, oh, I really feel like I want a snack or something before I do the drive home, and there would be nowhere to go. Or like, I'd be like, oh, I'm running late, I don't have time to make lunch. But I'd have to make lunch because there'd be nowhere to go near me to get lunch. That looks alright, but I feel like more like that. Snacks are super important. Like, seriously, how would I even survive without snack? That looks a bit better. What am I gonna do though is... Right. I just realised I never got given a skin tone for this guy. Oopsie doopsies. Oh well. What colours have I been given for him? Grey blue eyes and brown hair that's going grey white. So I feel like we are going on the paler end of the scale. You would save snacks before your science. always snacks first. I mean, that's valid. I mean, that's one thing I've got to grab from up here later to put in my handbag for tomorrow. So I'm going to sneak myself a little chocolate bar in there just for if I have like an absolute I need sugar moment at work. I'm supposed to be on a diet. It's not going very well. Lockdown's kind of done for it, really. I really should get back on it, though. Exactly, man. Like, what am I supposed to do if I don't have my emergency chocolate? Just starve? Yeah, I had good intentions of like going for a walk and going and doing swimming and doing like yoga and Pilates off of YouTube and stuff, but you know, the best laid plans, right? Oh, well done. That sounds like a pretty cool one to be doing, actually. I've been doing my Inktober's, as I know you've seen. Let's just go for this. Let's just go for this brown. I've been doing my Inktober's But I'm gonna see if I can make this the second year that I finish it. Last year I was doing my Inktober's as my streams, but I feel like that didn't end up working very well, so we're doing both. Yeah, I have been enjoying them. Normally I would do the official list, but there's all sorts of like drama going on around the guy who sort of invented Inktober. So I'm just like steering clear of the nonsense. Yeah, it's a load of sort of like, apparently he's been copywriting the term Inktober, and people who are selling like Inktober related things, like some people sell on their Inktober after they're done sort of thing, or like, and like he was like sending cease and desist to people that were doing that and stuff like that, so not a great look. And like apparently some of it was blown out of proportion, some of it like was fine, and like the cease and desist, and like it was like some lawyers of his getting overzealous or something, but like the damage is done and it's just not worth me getting grief over. Oh, Tanko. I am interested actually, because like they bring it up in like, I've seen it like brought up a couple of times, but ooh, I wonder if I can. There we go. I'm just putting up one of the images that Emma's just sent me. It's very cool. It's very cool. Yes. I'll get rid of it though, because it's overlaying everything now. But yeah, that's really cool. Science stuff is so cool. The closest I get to that is there's a web doodad that I use that lets you draw galaxies. That's the closest I've got, but a load of science stuff is just like so pretty. And I don't know how much of that is sort of like, you know, the way that we program imaging stuff, so that like just the imaging stuff always brings up pretty stuff, but still. Because obviously scientific art's been a thing for ages. I knew a person that was who was studying to become sort of like a reference artist to like draw the sort of stuff that goes into textbooks and stuff, but yeah, back to the actual show at hand. Back to the, you know, I was about to say back to the stuff I'm getting paid to see, but I'm not getting paid for anything. But anyway. Yeah, that makes sense, because obviously a lot of it is trying to like get people interested and get people like wanting to support your research, right? And I guess they're more likely to want to support pretty images even if they can't always read them. I will accept the love payment. That is completely acceptable payment. Hello. Do you want to see some fly brains that Emma just sent me?
They're in the group chat. They look like art.
Oh, that's right. You sent them to the group chat. She sent them to the group chat. You're also in, didn't you? They are pretty, aren't they? Right. This guy said that he was in. Emma says hello.
Hi.
Emily's just been sat playing Witcher this whole time, so. Oh no, she's on the phone now. But yeah, I've ended up doing a lot of gaming this week. I've just managed to finish playing through the first Phoenix Wright, which has been interesting. It's something that I keep thinking I should show bits of it to Mum to make her scream.
God, she'd hate it.
For the record, for anyone who's watching this stream who isn't in the loop, my mum used to be a solicitor, so fly brains are just two huge eyes and then a long sausage-like spot. Oh, okay, bringing up that sort of rudeness in my good Christian stream. How dare you? What if a small child were to come across this chat? I mean, to be fair to a small child, I would say, isn't it nearly your bedtime, but still. Yeah, I mean, I know that part of the thing with Phoenix Wright is that it's heavily based off the Japanese court system, which I think is a bit weird compared to the British and US system, but
Yeah.
still.
Guilty until proven innocent.
But it's still like Phoenix does stuff that as a lawyer he should definitely be leaving to the police. Like in that last case I did end up breaking into the chief of police's office and I definitely should have just been disbarred and kicked out of court at that point and not allowed to continue, I think, in like most systems. And like they definitely should not be able to just like pounce evidence on me like they do in the game. They would be very rightly horrified. Is that you pinging the group chat, Em? Anything I should look at? Oh no, it's Emma showing me a lovely another illustration of a fly brain that I'm not going to post on here because Twitch has rules about things. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what the Japanese court system is, but I do know I've definitely sort of like read on like stuff that their court system is like a lot harsher on the defense and like very like guilty until proven innocent and all this, that and the other, and that Phoenix Wright is something of a send-up of it apparently, is what I've heard. How true that is I don't know, because obviously I do not live in Japan. I can make it so you can't post in this chat, Emma. I can mute you for a time. Project Hospital. Oh, is that that sounds interesting. I've been playing a bit of Theme Hospital, which is which is also a hospital management, but with oh, that's mean. Does it also include like politicians being absolutely bonkers bananas stupid and making your job just like 3 times harder than it should be? Fair enough. I've played like the first bit of Theme Hospital, and then I've sort of taken a break from it because it started to make me stressed. Mainly because like I'm on a level and I'm not doing very well and I'm close to bankruptcy because yeah, I know that you were always more into that sort of a thing than I am, so like you always liked sort of like hotel. Not hotel. You were the one of us that played Roller Coaster Tycoon and that sort of a thing. Which is fair enough, but I mean, you and I tried to play Overcooked together, and I think you remember that I had like an absolute like, no moment with that game, so... I mean, if that's what makes you happy, man, that's what makes you happy. I like a game that has a good plot and story to it with a bit... So I normally end up going for sort of like the point and click puzzlers and stuff like that. Yeah, and I know that you wouldn't, but I still got worried you were going to yell at me because I wasn't doing it so good. Like, I started remembering when you and I tried to play Kirby together. That's true, but I do remember us getting heated during Kirby. Although maybe I'm misremembering. That's always possible. I did enjoy playing Kirby with you, though. The Fox game. Oh, yes, the oh, what's it called? It's based on like Inuit folk tales or something. It's called like Alone or something? I don't remember. It's called like Never Alone. Yeah, that one was fun until you died. Until we started dying all the time. That's a running trend for us. Have you seen, by the way, that they're introducing co-op into Goose Game? Hush. I think Goose Game would be an infinitely better game if there will be so much good game if there are two gooses. Honk at you two. I have been giving Among Us a try because I have some friends that are playing it, but I'm very bad at it. Partly because I'm playing it on my phone. And some of the tasks are harder to do on phone, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah. The ghost sort of like turns into a human or something, doesn't it? Something like that. But yeah, I do know what you mean. We should do another gaming night. It's finding a night where you and I are free. Because I D&D on Tuesday nights. So I'm not available then. But we should totally gaming night. I don't know what we both have currently. I have a controller that works now, so we can give Piki Nika another shot. No. I did enjoy that Pictionary game that we were playing with you and Ben and Renee. You should join us with that, Em. You'd be up for playing Pictionary with Emma and me and friends. Or we could always give Among Us a try, but you need like more people to have that, make that be fun. You need to have like 8 people or something, which is like... We could play Jackbox. I don't know if I've played Jackbox with Emma. Have I played? One thing I was like jokingly tossing around with Mum actually, Emma, which I'll throw to you as well, is the possibility of like, should I try and set up a Wormsley D&D one-shot for Christmas? But we don't even know. Yeah, we played Jackbox all together, but we don't even know if you and Soaps will be back for Christmas, so that might not be worth my time. Well, that's good. I've got you and Mother on board. I keep thinking I should put it in the Wormsley waffle, because at least then Dad has the chance to say no. I'll put it in the Wormsley waffle later then. Give me a prod until I remember to do it. Just spring it on him that we're playing D&D. Yeah, that'll go down well with him. Well, that's the thing, is I'm also being like, should I like pre-make characters for you all, or should I like let you make your own? Because I like don't like playing with other people's pre-made characters, but it might be easier for Mum and Sophie. I don't know. I could always pre-roll stats and let you guys choose the rest. Does that look too pink? That looks a bit pink, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's make this a little redder. Right. Yeah, what I might do is I might end up like, I'll do like the numbers part for you, and then like you guys can, I'll do like more characters than we need. I'll do like numbers part for you, and then you guys can just like pick which classes and stuff you want, and you can like name them and stuff. He's giving you Rasputin vibes. Oh no, he's supposed to be a really nice sort of cleric. Is it the red? Is it making you think of like communism and Russians? Or is it just like, have I managed to accidentally make a really Rasputin style beard? Oh dude, you know. Fair, yeah. I don't know, I just went with the hand position because I'm like, that looks vaguely cleric-y. Jared did not give me, like, left a lot up to me in terms of like posing and what this guy is carrying and wearing and stuff, so I'm sort of just like going off what he's given me. I didn't want it looking too, I was afraid with the red it would look too Santa-y, you know? So I'm trying to lean away from that a bit, and I guess the opposite of looking Santa is looking Rasputin-y. It's interesting looking at the responses to my little character question survey that I've done, because some people have given me like not very much at all. They've just said, you know, they're an X and they do this, that and the other. Some people have written me like complete and utter essays on like their character's backstory, and I'm like, that's nice. What do they look like? And then some people have gone like really, really in depth with like, they've got a nose like this, but a chin like this, and it's like, I do not draw that realistically. Draw him on a box? Why draw him on a box? Is that a Rasputin thing? Oh, like Gimli. Ooh. Yeah, I guess there are kind of Gimli vibes, aren't there? It's so nice to be drawing in where I have my Control Z again, though. That's one thing I've really been missing in my Inktober's, is I'm like, oh no. Every mess up is permanent. Well, because, like, I was looking at the last dwarf I drew, and I was like, she doesn't really look like a dwarf. Why? What's wrong with her? And then it was like, oh, she's got, like, normal length legs. So I was like, clearly, the answer here is to, clearly the answer is to draw her on a, is to make sure that I keep the legs short, so. What do you want? Go away, I don't want to update the printer now. And yet you are still cursed with the Wormsley short. Although not as badly as the rest of us, I feel. I am defo cursed with the Wormsley short. I feel like my torso is very long for my short legs. I wonder if that's the problem I had when I was making that dress for you. That's true. There was once a time when I was taller than you, but that did not last very long at all. The guy told me that the god that this dwarf worships is called Lathander. He is a god of birth, renewal, all this sort of thing, and his whole deal is like he's like a dawn god. So his little symbol is like a little sunrise. So I'm just sort of basing this off the holy symbol that he has on in the official book. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with it's a setting that I have nominally played in because I did DM in it back when I used to do Adventurers League, but I don't really know much about it. It's where all the official DnD books are set and all that. Except for Strahd, which is based in like a pocket dimension, which is spooks. Yeah, exactly. Homebrew all the way. Like, I mean, I guess I get the appeal of, like, a ready-made module that's, like, everything's all done for you. But on the other hand, like, but wouldn't you rather just make stuff up? What?
You have to prep if someone else designs the module.
If someone else designs the module, you are supposed to and recommended to prep and read it all the way through. It is entirely possible to do it by the seat of your pants and scrolling up and down through the thing to see what comes next, but not recommended. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is like I'm very much a seat of my pants DM, and I don't like having to plan. Planning is for, you know, weaklings. And for Emily, I suppose. Emily plans a lot more than I do. Don't you?
I do.
I mean, it's definitely a case if I'm like, if you're brand new to D&D and like just starting DMing, then like reading through an official, some of the like pre-made modules and stuff might help you figure out like, okay, this is what I need to actually know, but and it also obviously helps with when you're planning sort of combat encounters, and you can be like, ah, this monster will actually murder them, whereas this monster will give them a nice challenge, and this monster they'll just steamroll through. I mean, I think the best way to start is to just, like, try and think of plot hooks. Like, you know, what's your group trying to do? What's your adventure about? Emmy has a terminal case of keeping thinking up plot hooks, even though she's not running anything right now. Yeah? But, like, the first homebrew I ever ran, the plot hook was, like, unbeknownst to you, you and every single one of your party are deep down related to the Fae in some way, which means that you have a unique connection to the Fae world. This has led the leader of the Fae world to decide that she's going to contact you and coerce your party into doing her dirty work for her. And then you just basically think like, okay, what's some dirty work she can ask you to do? And, you know, it sort of goes on from there. Yeah, like, I think also the problem is that, like, with the group that I played with, I assumed way too much that they'd be, like, familiar with fairy lore. They did not realise that I told them they'd been contacted by Mab and they were not familiar with that name. If I'd used the word Titania, they would have known who I meant, but they did not, so... Iron is always good. Mab is the queen, and she is also someone who you do not want to mess with, but they did not know enough to know who was contacting them, so, you know. Yeah, it was a thing of like, it's like, you know, your, you know, great something, stuck his dick in something he shouldn't. So, you know, you're right.
I just can't listen to a conversation whilst trying to do this.
So, like, I think it was a case of like, you were okay with Iron, because it was like that far back in the ancestry tree. It's just like, you know, you had that, and then I also gave everyone the trait that elves get automatically of Fey ancestry, so you're resistant to being charmed and being put to sleep.
How can we face it all by ourselves?
But yeah, I mean, there's
Mindlessly moving from space to space. Darkness is what one needs.
yeah, but I guess like part of the thing with like planning out a D&D campaign is you only need to have like a week, maybe a week and a half's worth of plot planned at a time. So as long as you've got enough to get you through the next session, you're fine. As long as you can like keep on top of it before, you know. It's literally that thing of that gif of Gromit laying down the railway track in front of the train that he's sat on.
So strive to ignore.
Which I will admit in my case is also partly because I have players who all have characters who have their own agendas and also have things they want to do that aren't my plot. So sometimes they'll just run off and decide they're doing that instead.
Like last session.
Yeah, a bit like last session you didn't run off too bad. You just like all got really enthused in discussing stuff in character. So like you didn't actually go very far. But I think that's partly because Grace, who hasn't been here for like weeks, came back. So I think you were catching her up as well.
Yeah, being ourselves.
And being yourselves, basically. Plus, like, you guys are kind of a big group for D&D, so... We're on the... I wouldn't want to add any more to our group, because I've got 6 of you, and I think that's about my limit. And official D&D guidelines recommend between 4 and 6. Take that as you will.
So strive to ignite.
I guess it is kind of stressful, but it's like, I don't know. It's a fun kind of stressful. Plus, like, you know, I do have a drama GCSE. I have done a lot of improv in my time as part of that, so it's fun to do yes and.
Ignite your flame. Strive till the day you leave your house.
Jeez, this is taking a long time to colour. Alright.
Live your life free and sane. Give your all and strive for the main.
No, that's fine. You hop off to bed, hon. I know that you've got work and that you need to do, and you've probably had a long day at lab. And you have the thrill of students, which I do not have to worry about, so... Bye. Bye. Yeah, we'll have to sort out another gaming evening soon. Feel free to drop me a message anytime, like, unless it's between 9 to 5, I'm literally doing nothing. I will enjoy all of the fly pictures you've sent me. That's something I haven't checked yet, you know. I was told that my D&D interview was gonna go up, and I haven't checked if it's up yet. Do you know what? I will mention that here while, you know, people not about. There is a YouTube and Twitch channel called Clash of Quests, and they have been doing a project called The Forever DM, where they are interviewing people who are DMs but are not famous DMs, basically. And they did an interview with me, and that should be going up on their YouTube channel sometime this week. I will be sharing it on my socials when it's up, although I'll probably watch it through first just to make sure I don't sound like an absolute tit, but when does that ever stop me doing anything? Right, table. Oh no, my drawing tablet is not playing ball with me today. I don't know why. Come on. I don't think Clash of Quests are streaming now, or I would, like, raid them. But, as is, I'm not sure who is streaming right now. I know someone told me that I should start raiding streams at the end of my stream to help grow on Twitch, but I don't know. Right, that's flat's done. One thing I am going to do real quick is onto this layer. Brushes. There's the hairbrush.
As we are. As we are. As we are.
Do you think that needs more shading, Em, or do you think that's done?
I think that's done.
Oh, good.
Looks good.
Oh, big yawn. You okay back there?
in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you,
How's that look to you, Em?
Good.
Do you think more needs doing?
I don't think so.
No. I think considering I've got like 20 minutes before bed, I might call it there. I hope that people who've stuck around for the whole thing found it entertaining. I hope that if Jared is watching or goes back to watch that you like, I will email this over to you as soon as I'm done doing the stream. One thing I will do though, because I just realised I haven't done it yet. Yeah. One thing I also might quickly do on the background. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you want to be like Jared and get me to draw one of your characters when I next get to do an art stream, then follow the link that I've just put in the chat. As always, please follow us here on Twitch to be told when we're next streaming. I will be streaming next Wednesday. I'll start sometime between 7 and 7:30, depending on when I'm about, and finish around 10ish again. Next week we'll be doing more Techno Babylon instead of, and hopefully finishing Techno Babylon instead of some art, just because, like I was saying earlier, my work is insisting that I have to actually go in and do things on Wednesday, so I won't have time to art prep. I am still working on figuring out how I can do art streams and my new job. It may be that I have to scale back the level of art. It might be that I have to like do less full bodies, or it might be that I have to sort of get the prep done the day before or something and save all of the references that I'm using. But yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time I stream next week. Bye guys!